Only Small Bites. It's been a minute, man. Look, I wanted to check this out last stream, but my stream lagged out. And so, checking it out now. New year, first Bites reaction. We better get a package for Mr. Bites, since technically this is the last video for the year for him, but the first one for me. So we need to start it off right and have a package for Mr. Bites. Right? Okay. All right.
Unreleased albums. You are not supposed to have this. I'll hold on to it for educational purposes. The eventual fate for a lot of projects, from the inception to staying incepted. Albums take a while to make and go through a lot before a release happens. But sometimes things come up, plans change, boys fall out, and what should have been here to stay is lost for good. And in this video, we're gonna go through some of these crazy cases and work our way up from the tame to the insane in the membrane, as well as show you an unreleased album actually saving someone's whole career. I am not kidding.
Wow.
And if you end up enjoying this video, then consider subscribing. It means a ton. Anyways, let's get into this. Enjoy!
I was gonna say, where's the intro? Hey!
Heyo, I'm back, baby. It's been too long. Unless you're watching these back to back, then not so much. These last few months are crazy, man. Bunch of personal stuff with me, Kanye Wildin, losing Takeoff. Like, there was just no break. I actually wanted both of these videos out in September. Can you believe that? But it doesn't matter, because we're here now. We're looking at unreleased albums today. Artists announcing projects just to put them on the back burner, and guess what? They get fried. But why not? As what I've gathered from an unlikely source is that when an artist doesn't release a project, it actually doesn't just disappear. It actually goes somewhere, someplace called the torrent, I don't know. But what I do know is I'm gonna find this place, and when I do, you'll be the first to know. I'm just waiting for the map. What, you thought it was just something flashy for the thumbnail? No, we're actually doing this. This is real. When it comes to unreleased or lost media, you can find it everywhere. From TV shows to movies or commercials, it's always jarring to lose something that you know exists. Maybe it was revealed and pulled back. Maybe it was shown once or never at all. And in the world of music, it's no different. Unreleased albums are a true anomaly from conception to deletion. Artists dedicating countless of hours to something that will just never come out. You'd be great here. Of course, they don't know that until they know that. Making an album is hard stuff. So many things have to line up, and if one thing gets done, the domino begins. That's basically what happens when collab albums don't collab. Look at J. Cole and Kendrick, Chance and Gambino. 1629, is that your pin or something?
Wang Sap.
I'll see you later. Let's keep working.
Wang Sap? Bro.
That's online 10 years ago. There's lots of ways things go unreleased.
No, Jack Snarlow 10 years ago was crazy.
Missed deadlines, external events, or internal conflicts, to loss of motivation, too much pressure, things just not coming together the way you wanted. Many things can be the reason, but it usually ends in either two ways. Either they stop working and the project becomes shelved, maybe come back to it, maybe not, or they continue the work and transform it into something else entirely.
Okay, that's what I've been waiting for. It's time for the first music rant of the year. So, we're going to bring up some examples. I know he said some things. Look, man, don't care. All right, I just don't. I don't. His music is great. Don't care. Whatever. Where are they at? Okay. So as you see, I have a lot of local files. Matter of fact, let me just go by album. I forgot I can do that because I titled them. So look. Oh wait, no, that was 999. I thought it was TurboGrafx. Okay. Deja Vu from TurboGrafx 16. That's one Kanye album that never came out. That got turned into something. I think that ended up being some of Life of Pablo. Maybe. Or maybe it was completely scrapped. I can't remember. But where's Yandi? Did I not add any with Yandi as the... I don't think I did. I guess I didn't, so this is going to be a little bit harder to look for than I originally thought. Okay, maybe Ye is a bad idea here. But either way, Yandi was supposed to come out 9/29/2018. It didn't at all. He literally announced it a few times, said it was going to drop, and then it didn't drop. All right, whatever. Happens. It's Kanye. We're used to that. All right. Why can I not find any Yandi songs in here? Maybe there's just too many songs in here. And why is Yeah in here? Yo, bro, what? I don't know. But a couple of songs from Yandi, right? Echelon. I think God Level was supposed to be on there. What else? I don't know, but either way, Yandi got turned into Jesus King. If you listen to like a song from Yandi and then a song from Jesus King, you can see that they very clearly, kind of switch places. Now, there are other examples of something different. When an album, say in Cardi's case, gets leaked, right? Whole Lotta Red got leaked 2019. The original Whole Lotta Red, okay? With songs like, oh no, that's from 1629. With songs like, that's the instrumental, but Whoa. Let me think. I know I spelled homicide wrong. I messed it up, but I think it was autocorrect. I ain't gonna lie. Red on Red, Arm and Leg, Tattoo, They Go Off, A Lot on My Mind, Chopago. A lot of these were supposed to be on the original Whole Lotta Red. Like a majority of these, I feel like. Whoa. Walk. Kid Cudi was supposed to be on a Young Nudie album, but whatever. It happens a lot, and I ain't gonna lie, most of the time it sucks, bro. When it gets completely scrapped and just redone, it kind of sucks. Whole Lotta Red was a good example of it working out, I think. In my opinion, Whole Lotta Red leaked, right? 2019, unfortunate. Cardi remade the album completely different. If you listen to any of the Whole Lotta Red leaks from 2019 and any of Whole Lotta Red that came out in 2020, different music. Completely different. So he remade it, it worked out, right? Or there's, moments like Kanye where it'll either, no, I feel like Kanye stuff leaks after he says it's not going to come out. He'll make music and then not drop it, and then people will look for it and then leak it. Whereas other artists, people will look for it and leak it, whether, he says it's going to come out or not. But, Yandi got turned into Jesus King. He wanted to do a gospel album and changed his mind, right? I get that, But I feel like it's always weird whenever an album just gets completely scrapped. Like, when it's made, at least. Now, there's another great example of, of course, Kanye announcing an album, but not necessarily making the album, right? Yeezus 2, TurboGrafx 16. I'm trying to think of another one. So Help Me God. Right? There's a lot of projects that get announced and nothing ever happens. Wang Sap, the collab album with Tyler and Rocky, 1629, did get made and leaked. Like twice. They made it, got leaked, made it again, got leaked. So I don't know. But Cardi and Uzi have like 300 songs together. We'll probably get something at some point, right? Hopefully. Trying to think who else. Hilarious but sad at the same time. Not for real. I don't know. I can't think of any more right now, but there's a lot. But it's very whack when an album gets announced and then never comes out. Like ever? That's whack. All right. If it gets changed into something else, all right, I guess. Whatever. If it ends up coming out late or something or just different, whatever. But, when something gets completely scrapped, it's like, dude, why? I'm trying to think, who scrapped the album recently that was like actually just like whack, I don't know, but I do know that Lil Yachty's album got leaked apparently, so he might scrap that, which sucks. I was waiting on a new Yachty album, but we'll see, dude. I don't know.
And that ends up releasing instead. Artists reworking unreleased
Yo,
stuff
it's
or
good,
music
JJ. Happy
ideas
birthday, bro.
into new songs for later projects is
What's in
more
the techno
common than
today?
you think. It
Cool
just
later,
saves
though.
time. And if it doesn't, well then it's time to go hunting.
Okay.
The Weeknd has tons of unreleased stuff, random songs and demos finding their way online. Some for projects, some not.
I'm gonna keep it all the way a stack with y'all, bro. The Weeknd, one of my favorite artists, but I have not done a deep dive for real. I haven't listened to any old demos or leaks or, you know, unfinished songs or anything. So I can't really speak on that. But, you know, I can imagine they're good because I've heard Trilogy, and that's from a long time ago. So I don't know. Probably go to bed in an hour, to be honest. Yikes, man. Real though. L time zones.
2018, he actually said he worked on another album before breaking up
Probably
with
still listen to
Selena
techno,
Gomez, which in his words, quote, was more upbeat, but will never see the light of day. Ouch. Maybe some stuff got repurposed for After Hours, but who
Probably.
knows? Well, he does.
Hopefully.
Some unreleases are in a weird state where they were heard, but under certain conditions, like a listening event and changing stuff after. Rapper Yasin Bey, formerly known as Mos Def, did an art exhibition for his project Negus back in 2019.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I took the spelling bee. Where the only way to hear it was if you attended his exhibit, listening on these on-site earphones. That was and still is the only way to hear this thing, as it hasn't been officially released in any way since. Next, you're gonna tell me the Black Star sequel's behind a paywall or something. Sure, buddy.
No, literally. The fact that the Black Star album is behind a paywall is insane.
Ever wanted to hear an album made entirely out of household objects? Well, fans of Pink Floyd in 1974 did, but also got kitchen shelved with their unreleased album. You're never gonna guess. With the band making music using pencils, rubber bands, pots and pans, you name it. Some tracks being reworked for their album Wish You Were Here. This looks familiar. The Cinderella Man himself.
I ain't gonna lie. When I saw it, I was like, yo, this is so hard. It's so hard. Because I haven't even listened to Wish You Were Here, but like, you know.
Eminem was set to release his final album, King Mathers, in 2007. Labeled his retirement album, he was ready to wrap it up after the death of his mentor and longtime friend.
I ain't gonna lie, he should have wrapped it up.
And Proof in '06, on top of his ongoing addiction to drugs, even recording a final thank you track to end off on, but ended up scrapping the project, coming back with Relapse and Recovery the following years. And hip-hop mega group Wu-Tang Clan released a one-of-a-kind album titled Once Upon a Time in Shaolin, where only one copy was made and auctioned off to the highest bidder in 2015. The winner doing whatever they want with it. But that album story is so fucking wild, it honestly deserves its own video entirely, so we'll leave it here for now. Sometimes an album goes unreleased, but not by the hands of the artist, instead by external forces, i.e. getting yanked from them. The rock band Green Day was planning their 7th record, Cigarettes and Valentines, before their master tapes got stolen from them. The band decided to just record the material instead, becoming their classic record, American Idiot. But the worst case that I know of has got to be Skrillex in 2011. During the peak of the dubstep craze, Skrillex was arguably one of the biggest artists on the planet. And after blowing up with some singles, a couple EPs, and
Yes! Oh my gosh!
everything was set for the release of his debut.
That's where that came from? Oh my,
Was arguably
yo!
one of the biggest artists on the planet. And after blowing up with some singles, a couple EPs, and
Yes! Oh my gosh!
everything was set for the release of his debut EDM album Voltage, set for 2012. But while touring in Milan, the hotel room he was staying at got robbed and stolen from him various computers and hard drives that were holding the would-have been album. Some tracks they did manage to save would end up on other releases like Right In, Kyoto, and Summit off Bangarang. What a shit.
Summit? Yo. Nah, hold on, no. That song is so hard, but every time I hear it, I think of this Lennar video. Hold on. I gotta... It's not that one. That's too new. Which one? It was the Chief Keef video. Hold on. I gotta try and find this. This is old. Was it this one? Squad.
This is sucking, sitting at my bitch out. Made me switch out, fall up, get out, start throwing. Turbo. Chill.
Nah, it's not this one. Oh man. There's way too many Chief Keef videos. Yes! Is this one? Is this one? Okay. Yeah, I literally think of this every time. Skrillex track before Ted is so weird. Is it new? I've listened to new Skrillex in like probably 7 years. Hey! 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 Hey!
Bro, what are you doing, man?
Not using that. 2021, real. Yeah, I don't think I heard that. I think the most recent anything I've heard with Skrillex is production on Young Lean's album. What's the album called? I forgot. Whatever it's called. I'm thinking the song titles in my head. But whatever the most recent Young Lean album was, that's like the most recent Skrillex anything I heard. Hey! Cheeks with a sub with a resub, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, bro. Tommy Records, yo, what's good, bro?
Shame, man. Like, in the golden age of dubstep was about to release Dubstep 2, and some idiots just went,
Dubstep 2 is crazy.
Now, we can't mention unreleased albums without mentioning two of the biggest in recent memory across the past decades, at least in hip-hop. Those being Dr. Dre's Detox and Kanye West's Yandhi. We have come full circle.
I don't think I remember hearing about Detox, but
starting off, we have, of course, the new holy grail of Kanye and releases, probably the most infamous at this point. Now, Big Kanye...
I have to pull it up. I have to, because, like, I saw it, so I have to hear it, you know? Hold on a minute. Hashtag still not even late, gang. Yeah, right. Detox is going to be fire. I don't think I heard of it. I don't think I heard about it when there was, like, any type of hype around it. But... Yo, bro, this is one of like the best videos of all time ever. This version of Hurricane is still my third favorite. I like the one with Ant Clemens the most. It's still my third favorite though. Let's see, we're taking a break. Nah, not yet. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. He kind of showed us what he would do. He literally showed us the album and then took it back. Just now realized that. He knew. He knew he would do that. Yikes, man. These are reasons for being late. Yeah, real. And I posted on my story and put it in my card though. So like that's why you're not that late, because we hour in, so you know.
Is no stranger to unreleased.
Also, I thought you said you were changing your name.
Or controversy at this point. It's like the more I delay this video, the deeper he goes. Am I the puppeteer? At this rate, if I delay it any further, he'll be saying corporate logos really are the way of the future. Luckily, this is a Kanye West album and not a Ye album, so we're good. I think. Anyways, the first time we laid eyes on this bad boy was all the way back in 2018 with this tweet he posted showing an early version of Hurricane, at the time titled 80 Degrees. It is getting a little steamy. And with the Wyoming sessions wrapped up, help from his peers, and finished up lyrics, this was shaping to be a landmark new album. But as the great saying...
And X was on it, bro. X was on it, man. He was on everything we need, man.
Goes, history do be repeating. Tracks getting leaked, rescheduled dates, and as Kanye would say himself,
I didn't finish it.
Ultimately scrapping the project after his renewed faith in God and turning it into what would eventually become Mid is King. I mean,
Mid is King is crazy. It is the least great Kanye album, but it's not mid though. It's just not what we wanted.
Jesus is King, leaving Yandhi to go Gonzi. I don't fucking know. Well, that was a blow, and not the good kind. But to pull anything from this, he and his team definitely knew they had something in that moment, because even after its eventual demise, the record would still live on for years through leaks and fan edits. People are still making Yandhi edits here on YouTube. There's like a new one every month. As well as the man using his next two albums to do new versions of these unreleased songs. Yep, tracks made in 2018, not seeing the light of day until 2021. Talk about attachment issues. But even though we would eventually get some of it through these albums, I can't help but think about what we could have got, you know?
Literally.
It's like those pics of those futuristic cities, or it's like, yeah, that's...
Okay, hold on a minute, because now I gotta pull up one. Hopefully, you know, my video don't get blocked or nothing, but, you know. Hopefully I can find it on YouTube right now. Probably not, but let's see.
Dear ones, we are looking to bring you enlightenment, to offer illumination in stormy skies.
This is a different version.
We are here as beings of light,
It's not the one I have.
invested in humanity.
This song is so hard, bro. This song is so hard, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Or like City in the Sky, I just saw it. City in the Sky is great. It's another version I don't know. Oh, it's an extended intro. Like, why didn't this come out, bruh? I ain't gonna lie, Designer would have literally made a comeback if this came out, bro. Not gonna lie. Hold on. This is the artist and some records, local content. I think the actual GOAT. All right, Shashi Bono 2. Fa. Appreciate it, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? W label, bro. High key. All y'all going up? Like, this song is so good, bro. Okay, maybe not the verse. Maybe not the verse. The verse isn't finished. But like, yeah, this picture. Basically, this picture, man. You know,
That's what it would have been. Now, at least these songs actually came out in our project, because if your name's Dr. Dre's Detox, you weren't so lucky. The OG unreleased hip-hop album by West Coast legend Dr. Dre was originally announced all the way back in 2002. It was going to be his third solo album, but never came about. In the same
maybe I did hear about this and forgot about it? I don't know.
interview, he also said the album would be done in a year. Well, add that to my list of things that didn't fucking happen. But
Okay, hold on. List of things that didn't happen. Hold up. Jay-Z and Eminem retiring. Pretty much. 2012. Pretty much. Uploading consistently. I guess for you. Dr. Dre releasing Detox in 1 year. Yeah, pretty much. And I don't think it was something else that didn't happen. I don't know.
happen, but it's not like he was doing nothing, as throughout the years he would help bring up 50 Cent, produce for Eminem's albums and various peeps all over, and working on a whole beats business, but no word on his musical child. That was until 2009, when he announced he was finally tackling this thing head on and might actually release in the next few years. Prepare the merchandise! Because with him and Jimmy Iovine's new Beats company taking off, and in demand from his peers, fans, and businesses alike, a new album to help promote.
You see Rage's story. When? I don't know. Maybe. In JoJo's story? I don't know. When? Today?
It seemed like a no-brainer.
Well,
and with him releasing singles, collabing with friends, and a fucking Dr. Pepper commercial, we almost had it. The closest we've ever gotten to this album was in 2010 to 2011 with two singles, being 2010's Kush and 2011's I Need a Doctor, featuring Eminem and Skylar Grey as.
Oh! I saw Tony, not Salta. They were hanging with Tony at a party. I saw that when the party happened. It was the Some Bros New Year party, and Tony was out there, and Dante was there. All some bros. Rage was there. KD was there. She like got Twitter clout. I don't know if she streamed or anything though, but she kind of clouded on Twitter. Which, feel bad for Tony, man. He lost one of his homies, I think yesterday or today. I saw that on his story. So, you know, RIP to him.
2011 with two singles, being 2010's Kush and
this makes
2011's
sense.
I Need a
Artist was there
Doctor.
too? I don't think I saw that, but it makes sense. Now this makes sense. This makes perfect sense because I do remember always looking at this and being like, Aftermath, Rehab Center, Detox Lab, like, what is this? Because everything else kind of made sense. This kind of makes sense, but like, you know, what's that about? So I definitely remember this now. I don't think I remember Kush though with Snoop Dogg and Akon. I don't remember that at all.
Featuring Eminem and Skylar Grey, as both tracks were supposed to be on Detox, but with both getting leaked before release, I could only imagine that dampened the Doctor's spirits a bit. Didn't hurt the sales though. Dre is known to be a perfectionist when it comes to his work, only releasing stuff he deems to be something really special. But with him always focusing on bringing others up, managing companies and movies, his music ultimately took a back seat, and when it came time for a project, we got 2015's Compton. But rumors of Detox always seems to bubble back up when Dre talks about new music. With how long this thing's been in the works, this better have at least 100 songs on it. I want no less.
It's literally been 21 years, bro. Drop it. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, hold on. Okay, hold on. Package for Music
Bites. He just keeps doing it.
Got it.
Whatever. Is this it? It is the map. You know, to the torrent. You forget about it already? It's only been 9 minutes. A little more.
It's been 26 for me.
See, then I'd like, but I can finally get going. Should be fun. Also, I didn't ask in the intro, but let me know of any unreleased albums or stuff you guys know about in the comments. If you couldn't tell,
I'm trying to think, like, what's the craziest unreleased album I know about? I mean, at this point, I feel like a lot of unreleased albums came out. Astroworld came out. Whole Lotta Red came out. Pink Tape is dropping next month, allegedly. Utopia is not out yet. Hopefully it comes out. All Smiles by A$AP Rocky is not out yet. Hopefully that comes out soon. I don't know. I feel like I can't think of any more unreleased albums. JID hasn't dropped DiCaprio 3 yet. I know that was about to be a thing. So DiCaprio 3. I don't know. I can't think of any others.
I'm more of a hippity hop guy, but obviously there's rock and EDM stuff like Jimi Hendrix or Eros by Deftones. But come on, I'm here to give you the...
I'm excited to get into Deftones I only know one song by Deftones.
Gems. Wouldn't you want to hear about this unreleased Shaq record instead? Titled Shaquille O'Neal Presents His Super Friends.
It's funny, I was wondering if Shaq would ever like do another album.
Volume 1, a would-have-been super album featuring tons of heavyweights that was scheduled to...
Oh, wait, hold on. Oh my God, R.I.P. Gangsta Boo 2. I forgot that was also since the last stream, bro. Now hold on, Chad.
Presents His Super Friends.
Hold on, Chad.
That's not about Gangsta Boo, bro. Featuring tons of heavy.
Okay, let's see. We got Dre, we got Luda, we got Angie Stone, we got Nate Dogg, we got Khan, we got Most Def. All right.
Scheduled to come out on. Get ready for this. September.
Let's see who else is on here. Black Thought, Trina, Talib Kweli. Okay, Black Rob. 112. Wow. What's the okay? 5.
September 11th, 2001.
Yikes. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
And Jay-Z beat him to it.
Hold on, I gotta go back a little bit. Because what is like, it's not funny. It's not funny. It's not.
September 11th, 2001.
I see what he said though.
And Jay-Z.
The craziest part is he even pushed it up a week to combat people leaking the record. Despite its release coinciding with the September 11th attacks, it sold 427,000 copies in its opening week and debuted at #1 in the US, holding the spot for 3 weeks. Yeah, a lot of people don't know the blueprint. The first one dropped on 9/11. He made it in 2 weeks and dropped it on 9/11, the actual day. He donated a lot of the money he made, though, off of the sales to, like, Relief and stuff. You know what I mean? I think a lot of tour money too, I think. But it's not terrible. It's just unfortunate timing. You know, terrible time. But like, no one could have predicted that. You know what I mean? Nobody. So it's like, that album was going to come out that day, whether anything happened or not. So it's like, you know, it's just whack that it did come out then. But, you know.
Jay-Z beat him to it. You having fun yet? I'm having fun. Let's keep going. Now, we've looked at unreleased albums, but what do you do when an album is technically unreleased, but is out? Makes perfect sense. Albums that were supposed to come out never did officially, but still found their way into the public somehow, usually through leaks. So remember earlier I mentioned Mos Def's art project? Well, if that was crazy to you, let me tell you, he wasn't even the first to do it. I think that's this guy. His album titled Music for Supermarkets, made in 1983, that was made for a grocery store art exhibit. Just beautiful. There was one copy made of this, sold to the highest bidder, and was played on radio one time. They then proceeded to burn the master tapes in public. Holy shit. Anything for art. It's like the first Vaporwave album. 50 Cent is a crazy one, as his debut was made in 1983 that was made for a grocery store art exhibit.
I didn't make it.
Just beautiful. There was one copy made of this, sold to the highest bidder, and was played on radio one time. They then proceeded to burn the master tapes in public. Holy shit. Anything for art. It's like the first Vaporwave
Where would he beat you guys to?
album. 50 Cent is a crazy one, as his debut album, Get Rich or Die Tryin', was not his original debut. That title belongs to Power of the Dollar, which was coming out with Columbia Records in 2000. The label had plans to release it, but after he got hit in a 9-shot shootout, the label had no plans to touch this thing, leading to the album getting leaked and him being dropped. A similar case happened with Compton rapper Yo-Yo, a female MC being the protege of Ice Cube, and 4 projects in, she was set to release her 5th and final album Ebony in September of 98, but didn't happen due to, get this, her features not being able to work with her technically due to contracts at her label. Bruh. Right before it got played, promo copies were already sent out but quickly recalled, and to this day, the album remains unreleased. Technically. Want one more? Virginia hip-hop duo Clips, consisting of Pusha T and his brother No Malice, at the time named Terror and Malice, were set to release their debut album exclusive audio footage, with production from rising producers The Neptunes. Sure was exclusive, alright. It had one single.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. The hat, the trucker hat over the crown is crazy.
Exclusive audio footage, with production from rising producers The Neptunes. Sure was.
Like, this is OD, but it's hard though at the same time. Nobody else could pull this off, bruh. Nobody else could pull this off besides P, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy.
All right. It had one single, being The Funeral, that didn't do the greatest, and their label, Elektra Records, making them shelve the project, and shortly after, just deciding to pull a Frozen. And for the next 2 decades, the album would be bootlegged to hell. Literally, nothing happened for like 20 years. But unlike Yo-Yo, this one does get a happy ending, as in 2020, The Funeral was released online, and
Nathaniel B. Good. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I forgot about Nathaniel B, bro. Yo, has anyone found him? Where is Nathaniel B, bro?
And on May 2nd, 2022, the album was officially released on streaming. The Lord was willing. All right. You've been waiting long enough. I now present to you the man whose whole career got saved from an album he never even released. Please welcome... Who the... His name's Bilal? Like, hello? No?
Wait, Bilal.
Tell me, what would you do if you had an album you made that you and your peers liked a lot, but your label said nah? But instead of scrapping it, you kept working on it, but your label kept saying no. Well, that's exactly what happened to R&B artist Bilal back in 2006 with his second album titled Love for Sale, an experimental R&B album.
I've heard of Bilal, but I think I only heard a feature or something. Like, I really listened to him, bro. Let me see. Oh, he's on To Pimp a Butterfly. He's on 2. Okay, that's what it is.
He was working on for 5 years straight. The back and forth from his label didn't help R&B artist Bilal back in 2006 with his second album titled Love for Sale, an experimental R&B album he was working on for 5 years.
Ooh, Dilla was on? Hold on.
Great. The back and forth from his label didn't help either. But in the end, the cavemen finally caved, and with the release date in sight, Love will finally be for sale. Is what I would have said if it went down like that. But as stated previously, history do be fucking with you, because out of nowhere, after this 5-year battle, right as it was about to release, the unfinished album gets leaked online in full and proceeds to spread like a good game of Plague Inc. His label, using that as the excuse to shelve this project once and for all, doubled down and dropped him from the label, causing him to actually consider retiring from music altogether.
Nah, that's crazy.
But something truly unexpected happened.
Me personally, I wouldn't take that.
In its leaked form, started to gain a following online and was critically acclaimed by fans and critics alike. And all this attention started getting him eyes from blogs and venues wanting him to perform this new material. And he did, using this as an opportunity to change his whole music style, getting the attention of top-tier music performers like Jay-Z, changing his whole game, and later working with guys like Kendrick and Mac Miller. Nowadays, he does his own thing, writing for himself and for others. And all of this from an album that was getting pelted on every step of the way.
I ain't gonna lie though, it's kind of stupid that labels, especially, but also artists, like when music gets leaked, they kind of just scrap it, no matter what's happening. Like I feel like when songs leak and they do kind of good, that's all the more reason to just put it out. And the only reason that makes sense is because labels already do that. They drop a song as a single and then it does pretty good, and then they drop it on the album and then a deluxe version, and then it blows up on TikTok, so they drop a sped up version and a slowed version. Like they already do that. If a song leaks, just put it out. Like I kid you not, if Kid Cudi dropped in 2019 when it was blowing up on TikTok and it was the #1 song on the charts as a leak, and Nudie and Cardi and Pierre didn't scrap it, that would probably still be #1. Well, probably not. But, you know, it would have been #1 for a long time. They probably got that record before Lil Nas X. I ain't gonna lie.
Lord was willing. Wow, that story was crazy. You know, some people think it was the label that leaked the album on purpose as an excuse to shelve this record once and for all. But come on,
who knows?
This is a record label we're talking about. That would be nefarious. So if I learned anything, is that there's many ways something can go unreleased. 2, don't you just love record labels? I sure do. Matter of fact, I'm getting signed today. Then across all the cases in this video,
It's kind of inspiring, as even if something goes unreleased, if it's meant to be heard, it'll be heard.
Facts.
Except for Doug Walker's The Wall. That probably should have stayed. Unreleased albums were a lot weirder than I thought. I'm gonna be honest. Reading about some of the cases in this video, I was like, bro.
Nah, chat. Imagine a Denny's in the woods. This is mad weird. You're #1, bud. What do you mean?
That's so whack.
Anyways, thanks for watching. Leave a like if you haven't already. Have yourself a great new year.
And whether this is your first one or you're here from the start, thanks for watching these videos this year. It actually means a ton. Apologies for the garble upload schedule. This year was really hectic. But next year I got a bunch of stuff planned, like streaming and collabs, so stay tuned.
And yeah, I think I'm lost. This map just leads me to a Denny's at 2 in the morning.
Bites is streaming?
I think I'll pass.
Chat, didn't I just play this for y'all the other day? Oh my god.
What the?
Nah, Bites is streaming? That's hard. I'm excited. I'm gonna definitely try and catch some of our streams. Sam. It's fire. That's fire. W video, man.